Hello, everyone, and welcome to Snap Take. This is Glazer of Snap Judgments, the official podcast of Marvel Snap Zone. We have a special episode for you today. We are not going to, as we usually do, talk about three brand new decks with all of our segments in between. Instead, we're going to go over in great detail how to optimize spotlight caches. Special thanks to Marvel Snap Zone's Lauren Whatevs for all the help in with the math for this, because as everyone knows, I'm an English teacher, not a math teacher, and I could use some help, but we've got exactly how you should be using and optimizing your spotlight caches in order to get as many cards as possible in Marvel Snap. Before we go any further, though, I'd like to invite you to hit that sub button, hit that like, hit that comment. We do our very best to help you in your Marvel Snap journey. We want to make you a better player. We help people get infinite pretty regularly. We help people climb into high infinite. We bring you decks from the best players, bundle guides, now spotlight cash guides, everything you could need for your journey. Subscribing is completely free and it helps us so much. We'd really appreciate it. We're also in the middle of our 8,000 sub giveaway. We just hit 8,200, y'all. We're in the middle of our 8,000 sub giveaway. All you have to do to enter that giveaway is subscribe and comment on this very video. We're giving away 5 season passes. They will be announced in tomorrow's video. That would be Monday's video. As you're seeing this, I don't know what day you happen to be seeing this, but that will be where winners are announced. Every video from Wednesday to this very video, any comments on any of them, as long as you're subscribed, is an entry to win. If you don't have Scar, you can win Scar. If you would prefer Black Swan, you win Black Swan. Obviously, you'll have to wait for the card to be released for that to happen. Cool. If you're interested, hopefully you enjoy the content as well. All right, the TLDR. So we're going to go over the breakdown for all of this stuff, but this is what you need to do to maximize how to get Series 4 and 5 cards. You know how you maximize Series 3 cards? A, don't spend tokens. It's not a good plan, right? Like, don't buy the free Series 3 thing. Sorry, not the free one, the 1,000 token random Series 3 thing. Just get tokens, value bundles when we talk about bundles later, that have more credits than tokens, excuse me, that value credits over tokens, and as long as you get enough credits, you will get through Series 3. There's not a great way to speed that up otherwise, other than really spending money, and Series 4 and 5 cards are far generally harder to get, so that's what we're going to try to optimize. So the first and most important note is don't spend keys unless you have 4 spotlight keys. If you have 4 spotlight keys, you can open and basically guarantee yourself a card. As long as there's one card you really want, you are using 4 keys. Assuming there's 2 cards you want relatively equally in the same spotlight week. Let's say you want Grandmaster next week and Loki, because that's next week's spotlight cache, right? You actually really, really want both of those cards. You're not sure which one you want more. If you open with 3, you still guarantee yourself 1, but when you open that 1, stop opening. Got it? Stop opening the second you get the card you want. Open when you have 4 if you want 2 equally. Open if you have 3, and stop the instant you get the one you want. That way you can always save and guarantee yourself the card you want to get, or a card you want to get. Get Series 4 cards always with tokens where possible. If you're aiming for a Series 5 card and you have 4 keys and you get a Series 4 card along the way, that's awesome. No harm, no foul. But if you want Series 4 cards in general, get them with tokens. Weeks with 2 or more desired cards are best, especially early on in your journey. You're going to see a lot of weeks that have a lot of cards you like. The further you go, these are going to become rarer over time. That's completely fine. Just early on, aim for when you get 2 or more cards that you really want. Next up, spend gold only on the best gold bundles. Hoard. The best gold bundles are 25% better than Token Tuesday, which is the next best deal, the next best thing to spend gold on, and 25% Marvel Snap is a lot. So save gold for those big gold bundles that come every so often. Now, they've taken these off data mines, right? So we don't know when they're coming, but we do know they happen once every month to once every 2 months, and we will keep you updated on the channel. We review every bundle the day it goes live, so we will keep you updated on when these come. Cool? As long as you've got your gold saved, you will be able to get them. And like since they happen every month, you're always basically going to be able to get one as soon as you have enough gold, and they're going to be the best way to speed up your journey. Generally, value lots of credits over lots of tokens, but we'll talk more about that later. I mean, I guess we can do that, right? So, generally speaking, you want lots of credits over lots of tokens because, well, credits also mean Series 3 cards. Credits also mean opening more caches for more credits and more tokens, while tokens get you a choice of card. If there's one card you're like dying for, you can value tokens. And as you like done with Series 3, tokens obviously go up in value because the extra Series 3 stuff isn't there anymore. But early on, you really want to value credits. Quality is more important than quantity. You can have 6 bad cards, or you can have Ms. Marvel, right? Like you can have Ms. Marvel, or you can pull I don't know, Miek and Howard the Duck, right? Like you want Ms. Marvel. You would rather have the key meta cards, and yes, they're gonna get nerfed sometimes, and yes, that's gonna be frustrating. You're gonna generally get for the really OP stuff, you only get like a month, month and a half. But for most cards, you're going to get 2 to 3 months out of them, and by then you're like so far ahead in your collection that you can get other stuff and you'll have other decks to play. Always use data mines to plan as best you can in advance. Yes, they are subject to change, but we have full data mines for all spotlight caches going out for 2 months usually. And as long as they keep that in the game, we should be completely fine to plan in advance. If you're not sure where to find that, just literally Google spotlight caches and then the name of a month. And Marvel Snap Zone has articles with every spotlight cache for that month. So we have January, February, and March right now all scheduled up, and never ever open until Friday if you can avoid it. We are often wrong about cards. Almost every creator, I run a Marvel Snap Zone survey of creators once a month to predict how good new cards are going to be, and we are often wrong. We thought Ms. Marvel, collectively, we thought Ms. Marvel was going to be the third best card of her month. No one expected Loki to be nearly as good. Um, Everyone expected Shaw to be a meta card, so on and so forth. We are often wrong. I know I use season pass cards as an example, but you get the gist here. We thought Blob would be good, but not completely insane, so on and so forth. Given that that's the case, try and wait until Friday so you have a better idea of whether to open or not. You don't want to open something and find out it's this amazingly disappointing card and then feel bad that you opened the card, right? Wait till Friday, and Friday is the day you want to open it because that's when weekend missions kick in and you get the extra 200, almost always 200 tokens. Cool. So if you follow these tips, you will get cards quickly. We're going to go over a whole lot more for the rest of this video in kind of excruciating detail. So this is everything you need to know right now to optimize your card acquisition for Series 4 and 5. First, you can get almost every card for $10. Yes, that means you buy the season pass. We're going to look at free to play also. Like we're going to focus on season pass buyers and free to play buyers. Season pass is the cheapest way to get most of the cards. There's nothing else you can do. If you buy like the $10 bundle every month, you're getting killed compared to just buying the season pass. Fair warning. We're going to look at free to play. But generally speaking, the more money you spend outside of just like basic variants, the easier it is to get cards, right? You spend, you get more cards. It's not that complicated. However, the season pass is the baseline for this. It so far in a way destroys the value of even like $100 bundles. If you buy like the $100 bundle and the season pass every month, I'm pretty sure you still end up behind from just buying the damn season pass. You get a spotlight cash every 120 collection level. 40 reserves or 480 collection level is a guaranteed new card when opening sequentially within one cycle. You'll open a new card with it on average every 2.5 caches. This is the math we're going to be using throughout. And we're going to look at what that means for you in the 3 different currencies in the game right now: credits, gold, and tokens. All ready? Let's go. All right. If you're free to play, you get uh, pending a 4 week month or a 5 week month between 25,037.5 and 30,645 credits a month. This is again all math from Lauren Whatevs. Cool. So you get 25,000 basically to 35,600 credits. If you buy the season pass, you only get 300 more credits, right? 25,300 or 30,900 credits a month. Each spotlight is 4,830 credits. This translates into in a 4 week month. Oh, sorry, for free to play players, 5.18 or 6.34 spotlight caches a month. Cool. So remember that 2.5 is our average here. Good. and it translates to 5.24 or 6.41 spotlight caches a month for season pass players. It's not a notable difference. We're dealing with decimals and difference. That's only one guaranteed card a month for free to play players and two for season pass, right? Barely two for season pass. And that's only because you're buying the freaking season pass card. Otherwise, it would be one for each. However, if we remember the 2.5 average, we should be about two cards a month for free to play and three cards for season pass only players, with an extra one every 2 to 3 months. And that extra one really. So cool. So we're just getting an extra card a month, basically. That season pass is an extra card, and then the slight difference in decimal adds up eventually over enough time to an extra card every 2 to 3 months. All good. Credits, there's not a huge difference. You just get an extra card a month from the season pass, right? Let's keep going. Gold breakdown. If you're free to play, you get between 1950 and 2260 a month, as always, depending on a 4 or 5 week month. However, if you buy the season pass, you get 3,450 to 3,910 gold, depending on a 4 or 5 week. That's an insane difference. This is the major difference. There's a ton of gold in this pass because not only do you get the season pass gold, you also end up with the gold from the weekend missions, and that is crazy. Now, there's one more caveat here. All of this assumes you're hitting rank 90. Rank 90 comes with, I believe, 500 gold. That is a huge, huge boon for all of this and makes all of this math work. If you are not regularly hitting season 90, please subscribe and watch these videos. We will get you to rank 90. And if you are not getting there, get on the Discord and we will literally coach you to get you there. 100 seems like the biggest deal, but it's actually 90 for that gold, I promise. All right. Um, Next up, one major gold bundle every 3 to 4 months if you're free to play, but every 2-ish months for season pass only. Little more than two, but about 2 months. That's a huge difference. That's almost double the gold bundles, right? That's a crazy difference. Now, assuming every bundle is in the vicinity of 10,000 credits, and they're not, they come with like 7,000 credits. The one currently is 6,000 credits and 3,000 collector's tokens. We're averaging out the value after talking to Lauren and figuring out what was fair to about 10,000 credits. So if you're combining tokens and credits for these, you end up with about 10,000 credits worth of value. Important to note is that's an extra card every 5 months if you're free to play, but every 3 months if you're getting the season pass. Cool. We're now getting many more cards a month, right? We're up 3 cards a month. We're up 2 cards a month every month on the free to play player now, fundamentally. Let's keep going. The token breakdown 800 to 1,000 tokens a month paid. None if you're free to play, but you're going to get 520 from the collection track for Series 3 and complete. Cool. It goes up once you're complete with Series 3, but not enough that we care. And if you're already Series 3 complete, like you're just optimizing, you'll be fine. Like you should have enough resources to get most things. If you're 50% Series 4 or 5 complete, it's about 500 tokens a month from Spotlight Keys 2, i.e., you're going to get that 1,000 fairly often as you're opening caches from the duplicate. Obviously, you're going to get a card almost all the time when you're very early Series 3 and you're opening Spotlight caches from that random spot. So a card is better, right? You're just happy to get a card. Good. Eventually, it'll be about 500. So, based on recent evidence, it seems we're going to get 12 Series 4 cards a year. There seems to be one every month. For at least the past several months, there's been one Series 4 card a month. Let's assume that continues for the purposes of our activity. If that changes, then we'll have to redo the math, but there's nothing we can do about that now. We know that there is a Series 4 plan this month and next month. We know there's not one data mined yet for March, but that often changes. Okay. With tokens as is, we can buy 4-ish of the 12 Series 4 cards free to play. And we can buy between 7 and 8, depending on luck, for season pass players. And now we're starting to get to a lot more. Cool. Let's add this all up and see. Okay. We have 64 cards a year to acquire. 12 season pass, 52 just coming out regularly since now season pass weeks come out with cards. Season pass players are going to get 12 of these automatically. 12 more is Series 4. Free to play can get 4 of these, while season pass can get 7 to 8 of them. We're at 21 out of 64 just from the season pass and the Series 4 that you can buy. 21 out of 64 for season pass, but only 5 out of 64 for free to play. Rough, right? Free to play gets 24 from spotlights on average. Okay. Season passes are going to get 40 from spotlights on average. That's 16 more over the course of the year because of the bundles that you're buying and because of that extra like the little smaller advantages adding up over time. So, free to play can with optimization get 28 out of 64 cards a year. You're getting less than half the cards every year you're free to play. That's not ideal. You're gonna have more to month time because the season pass cards as they come in spotlights will obviously be things you'll be getting. So you'll have more to a card month. So it'll probably be a couple more than 20 out of 64 of the new cards, but still not ideal. Season pass only players are getting 59 to 64. They're only missing 5 cards. Assuming you can find 5 cards that you think are bad, you should be basically bad, right? But there's more. That's the gist of it, but there's more. Um, you aren't always getting every card anymore with just season pass, but you're getting plus 21 cards a year over people that don't buy the 12 season pass and then 9 extra. Plus, because you're opening more caches, you'll have more chances of the random variants being extra things you want, or the card that's not the spotlight being things you want because you have more chances of opening. Um, okay, more advice stuff. Where possible, only use tokens on Directed Series 4 cards. Expect 4 of those free to play and 7 to 8 of your Series Pass. To get the best results, remember, have 4 save caches before you start to open spotlights. If possible, open caches where there's 2 cards you don't have but do want. This is going to obviously get you more cards you want to play. However, there is incidental stuff like extra tokens from bundles and login rewards. They gave us just 100 free tokens randomly on collection track this season, right? Like, sorry, on the new verse store. That's 100 extra tokens not accounted for here. They had login rewards 3 different times last year for like 1,000, 2,000 each. That's extra, right? Those are all extra spotlight caches. And the extra gold they give you for that is extra gold toward a bundle, etc. You get the idea, right? So now, if we skip some less desirable cards and weeks, we can almost always, if we buy the season pass, make up the difference to get from the 59 to get all 64. Based on the modeling, based on now, it's not perfect because there's no like perfect rotation. They choose what goes in spotlight caches. But huge caveat is if we are smart, outside of extremely bad luck, we should be able to get very close to like we should be able to at least get 62 or 63 before if we buy the season pass. If we don't buy the season pass, then we're probably going to get 1 or 2 more of those 28. So let's say we get 30 out of the 64. Still not ideal, right? You're falling behind faster than you can catch up at that point. It's a rough look at that point. Even with series drops supposedly happening more often. And series drops will change things. They will occasionally get you extra cards. They will occasionally get you extra series 4 cards. But remember that cards are coming out faster than they're dropping at this point. Cool. Strategy summary. Buy the season pass. All gold becomes big bundles. Only open when you have 4 caches saved at a 2.5 average. And intentionally delay for cards I'm not crazy about to open them in 2 for 1 tries when there's another card I want down the line. There's one more thing. In North America, for most people, it is relatively straightforward to get the season pass. There's a million giveaways. There's a giveaway sheet in the description of this video that has every active giveaway in Marvel Snap. It's updated constantly by our friend Banshee. But it's an affordable thing. You can do like online surveys and get there. Our friend Bootman has a whole video about all the different things you can do online to get $10 a month, like in virtual money to get the season pass. It's perfectly doable. It's not true all over the world, particularly in parts of that I know. There's a lot of players in Southeast Asia for whom this is a major ordeal, and there's a lot of players in South America. If you keep it here, I partner up with players from those parts of the world to try and do specific giveaways for parts of the world where the season pass is a much bigger ordeal to pay for. We also give away 15 regular season passes a month because I know it's not easy for everyone, even if it is doable for most North Americans and Western Europeans, where like who have a phone, pay for a phone, so on. Still, if you don't want to fall behind, I personally think of this game as a $10 a month subscription. I think that's the safest way to think about it. That's the safest way to get all the cards. Um, that's the easiest way to maintain a collection and make sure you're having fun with the game. This all means you can't buy variants. If you want to buy variants, that's extra money. You're getting less, right? Unless you spend more money. You can't blow things on like mission refreshes. You're getting extra credits there, but it's so much less than what you would get from other stuff. This exact way will optimize you so that like you won't get to participate in the cosmetic side of the game nearly as much outside of random cosmetics, but you will get the cards. And if you want more cards to play with, if that's where you find your fun in the game, this is how to do it. All right. We have a Patreon, and certain tiers of our Patreon support come with thanks on air. So we've got Models, Pretty Chill, Father Newman, Inc., No Flex, Mandatory Burnout, Matt Conduit, Good Dog Gamer, Kerdix Lee, Mikey Hijinks, DG Winfield, Cables, Rob Silverman, Matt H., Robert Rivern, Abigail Giesland, Direwolf, Ocularis, Jay Never Eat, Pike Jones, William Pike, Louis Antunes, JD McDonaldino, and the homie Min. Thank you all for your support. All right, final thoughts. So, the game is still affordable for most people. Good. The good news is they're releasing um 12 more cards a year as compared to last year because they're now releasing cards the same week as the season pass. I wanted to see the purpose of this was can we still optimize with just season pass to get basically all the cards? And it's harder now, it's tighter now. Sometimes with bad luck you're going to miss, but ultimately, yes, we can. It's worthwhile to do so if you're trying to play this game on a budget. If you're unhappy with that, if you're free to play, then it's going to be a challenge. You're going to have to choose cards extremely carefully, and you're going to get upset when they get nerfed, and they're going to get nerfed. The nerf and buff cycle of this game maintain is actually like extremely rapid. It's probably the fastest of any game. It means the game is always fun, but it also means that you're going to occasionally buy a card that's just going to get killed out from under you. All right, that is the end of today's video. I hope you found it interesting. Please hit that sub button. Please hit that like. Please hit that comment. That's how you could support for free. And if you're willing to throw some money my way, please check out the Patreon. Appreciate your support. Tomorrow we have 3 decks. We have a Meta Monday, so we're going to break down, I believe, the current Meta Destroy list. We're going to talk about a ton of stuff. We've got a great show for you already planned. Catch you then. Peace.